impressive place have remained hidden for so long. Now imagine how many other places like this might be concealed, waiting to be discovered. In Patagonia, for example, there's a mysterious valley that doesn't appear on maps and, according to local legends, hides portals to another reality. Travelers' accounts speak of a strange sensation when approaching the region, as if time flows differently. But is it just an illusion, or is there something more that science has yet to explain? Another destination shrouded in secrets is the Lut Desert in Iran. One of the hottest places on Earth, this vast sea of sand hides rock formations sculpted by the wind over millennia, creating an almost extraterrestrial landscape. For years, this place was avoided by explorers due to extreme temperatures and legends of travelers who simply disappeared without a trace. Some believe the desert holds ancient secrets, while others suggest that magnetic phenomena might be involved in the strange reports about the area. But what really exists in the depths of this inhospitable desert? Moving to South America, we find one of Bolivia's greatest mysteries, the Laguna Colorada. This red lake, located high on the Andean Plateau, changes color depending on the time of day and weather conditions. Science explains the phenomenon as a result of the presence of algae and minerals, but that doesn't stop local legends from suggesting that the lake is the entrance to an unknown underground world. Ancient peoples who inhabited the region believed that the red-tinted water was sacred and protected by ancestral spirits. Are these stories just myths, or is there something more behind this enigmatic place? But the mysteries don't stop there. In Madagascar, there's a forest made entirely of stone, the Tsingy de Bemaraha. This natural labyrinth of sharp limestone towers is so inaccessible that much of it has never been explored. Scientists are still trying to understand how such a complex ecosystem managed to develop in an apparently hostile environment. But the most intriguing question is, what else might be hidden within this tangle of rocks? Many believe that unknown species still live there, protected by the natural barrier of sharp stones that make human passage difficult. Finally, there's an island that few dare to visit, Socotra Island in Yemen. Often called the most alien place on Earth, Socotra is home to plants and animals that exist nowhere else on the planet. Trees with surreal shapes, like the dragon blood tree, seem to have come out of a science fiction movie. But what intrigues researchers the most is that the island remained isolated for millions of years, allowing its flora and fauna to evolve uniquely. With its completely different appearance from any other place in the world, Socotra makes us wonder, do we really know everything about our planet? The world is full of mysterious places, many of them still waiting to be discovered. But how many of these secrets are being kept from public knowledge? Are they just remote and unexplored areas, or is there something more behind the veil of mystery surrounding these destinations? If these places could remain hidden for so long, are there still others waiting to be revealed? One thing is certain, the planet still holds surprises that defy logic and imagination. And perhaps we'll never know all its secrets. If you think you've seen it all, you're mistaken. There are places in the world that defy the laws of nature and remain hidden from public view, either due to their extreme locations or mysterious forces that seem to keep these places out of reach for most people. But what makes these locations so inaccessible? Is there something they don't want us to know? Today, we're going to cross borders and explore some of the most secret destinations on the planet, those that defy maps, historians, and even science itself. Get ready for a journey that could change everything you believe about Earth. Imagine a place where compasses fail, where radio signals disappear, and where logic seems to make no sense. This place exists and is in Antarctica. In the icy heart of the continent, there's a region called Lake Vostok, a subterranean lake hidden under more than 4,000 meters of ice. For millions of years, it remained isolated from the outside world, and when scientists drilled through its frozen crust, they found life forms never seen before. What else could be hidden beneath Antarctica's eternal ice? Is it possible that alien ecosystems exist here on Earth, protected by impenetrable layers of ice? Some theorists believe there's much more beneath the surface than we're told. Now, we travel to the other end of the globe, where a strange phenomenon challenges scientists. In the middle of the Pacific Ocean, thousands of kilometers from any continent, there's a vast region called Point Nemo. This is the most remote place on Earth, so distant from any civilization that the International Space Station is closer to it than any city on the planet. But what makes this place so mysterious isn't just its location, but what happens there. In 1997, a strange sound frequency, known as the bloop, was captured at this point. The sound was so loud it seemed to come from something much larger than any creature ever recorded. To this day, no one has been able to explain the origin of this noise. What really inhabits the unexplored depths of the ocean? But the mysteries aren't limited to ice or the sea. In the deserts of the Middle East, there's a fortress that few people know about, a place that was deliberately kept off maps for centuries, the underground city of Derinkuyu in Turkey. Carved more than 60 meters below the ground, this city could house up to 20,000 people and has tunnels, churches, food storage, and even complex ventilation systems. But the most intriguing thing is that no one knows for sure who built it or why it was excavated in such ancient times. Some theories suggest that this city was created to protect its inhabitants from invaders. Others, bolder, believe it was designed to hide something much more important, something that shouldn't be found. Going even further, we reach the heart of South America, where another mystery remains unexplained: Brazil's submerged Atlantic forest. In 2014, researchers discovered a fossilized forest at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean, near the Brazilian coast. Giant trees, preserved for more than 10,000 years, were still there, intact, submerged dozens of meters deep. But how did this forest end up there? What happened for this vast area of land to be swallowed by the sea? Could this be a clue to lost civilizations that may have inhabited this region before recorded history? If we go even further in time and space, we arrive on the African continent, where there's a geological structure so perfect that many believe it could have been built by a lost civilization. Called the Eye of the Sahara, or the Rikat structure, this gigantic circular formation, over 40 kilometers in diameter, is visible from space and looks incredibly like the descriptions of the lost city of Atlantis. Scientists try to explain its origin as a result of natural erosion, but its perfect symmetry and alignment with ancient trade routes raise doubts. Could this place be a clue to a past that official history insists on ignoring? Planet Earth is vast and full of secrets. But the big question is, why don't we hear more about these places? Are they just locations forgotten by time, or is there an effort to keep certain information hidden? What else could be hidden in the oceans, mountains, and depths of the ice? Perhaps we'll never know all. Imagine that, throughout your life, you were programmed to believe you already know the most incredible places on Earth. But what if I told you that some of the most astonishing landscapes have never been revealed to the general public? Let's begin with a destination so enigmatic that many doubt it even exists: the Phantom Islands of the Pacific. There are countless accounts from sailors who claim to have seen islands that later vanished without a trace. The most famous case occurred in 1879, when a French ship mapped an island in the middle of the ocean only for a later expedition to return and find absolutely nothing. Scientists attempt to explain this as a navigation error, but some believe these islands may be camouflaged by technologies we do not yet understand. Do you think this is merely human error, or is something darker at play? Now, close your eyes and imagine a completely abandoned city, yet the streetlights still come on at night. A place with roads, buildings, even parked cars, but no living soul. Sounds like a horror movie, right? But this city exists, and the strangest part is that no one talks about it. Located in China, this ghost metropolis was built to house millions, but for some reason, remains empty. Some theories suggest it was created as an economic experiment, but there are reports pointing to something far more sinister. Why would an entire city be abandoned while so many in the world struggle to find housing? Could this city be part of a larger plan, something being prepared for an event we don't yet understand? But if you think mysteries like these only occur on land, wait until you discover what lies beneath our feet. In the state of Kentucky, USA, there's a vast underground tunnel network known as Mammoth Cave, the largest mapped cave system in the world. Yet only a fraction of it has actually been explored. There are endless corridors, chambers where compasses stop working, and tunnels that seem to vanish into nothingness. What could be hidden deep inside? There are legends of ancient tribes who used these caves for secret rituals, but some believe the depths hold secrets far older than anything we can imagine. And what if I told you there's a place in the middle of the ocean where ships vanish without a trace? You've probably heard of the Bermuda Triangle, but what most people don't know is that there's another place even more mysterious: the Devil's Sea, located off the coast of Japan. Like its Atlantic counterpart, this area is known for bizarre disappearances, malfunctioning equipment, and even reports of mysterious lights beneath the water. Pilots who have flown over the region say their instruments began spinning out of control, and some even claim to have lost all sense of time. What's causing these phenomena? Could it be a strange magnetic field or something far more bizarre than we can comprehend? Now, stop for a second and think, how many other places like these might exist around the world? Places that have never been explored, regions erased from maps, lands forgotten on purpose? You may be living in a world where important information is being kept from you, and what we're told is only a fraction of the truth. But why? Could some of these mysteries completely reshape our understanding of history, science, and even our own existence? The world is filled with secret places, and the deeper you dig, the more questions arise. But there's something you need to understand: not every mystery wants to be solved. Some truths may be so impactful that those who know them prefer to remain silent. So now the real question is, what else is being hidden from you? What is truly concealed in the most inaccessible corners of our planet? Is it just coincidence that so many mysterious areas remain untouched? Or is something far greater going on, something they don't want us to uncover? If these locations have stayed hidden for so long, how many more secrets still lie beyond our reach? The truth is, the more we explore, the more questions we find. But, are we ready for the answers? What about you? Do you believe these mysteries are just coincidences, or do you think something is being kept from humanity? Leave your comment below and tell us which of these places intrigued you the most and whether you believe there's much more still waiting to be discovered. Don't forget to like this video and share it so more people can learn about these mysteries. We'll see you in the next video, if they don't try to stop us first.